Imagine waking up one morning, walking into your kitchen, and realizing the shelves are bare. No grocery stores, no supplies, nothing. What would you do? With supply chain issues, inflation, and increasing food shortages, experts are warning that now is the time to prepare. Because once these 7 critical pantry staples are gone, they may not come back. First, rice. When disaster looms and society's infrastructure starts to crumble, you need a foundation that can carry you through the worst of times. Rice stands as one of the most indispensable pantry staples in any emergency survival plan. Imagine a scenario where supply lines are cut off and fresh food is nearly impossible to come by. Rice becomes the lifeline that fuels your body and gives you the strength to persevere. This humble grain is exceptionally affordable, making it possible to stockpile in large quantities without draining your savings. Its long shelf life, when stored properly, can extend up to 30 years. That means even decades after you secure your supply, rice remains a reliable source of energy. However, there is a critical detail you must not overlook: proper storage. The secret to maintaining rice's longevity is in using vacuum-sealed bags equipped with oxygen absorbers. This method creates an environment that wards off moisture and pests, preserving the grain for the long haul. Many are tempted to store rice in paper bags, a choice that can invite infestations and ruin an otherwise solid survival strategy. Envision the nightmare of opening your stockpile only to find that a pest infestation has rendered your hard-earned reserves useless. In these dire circumstances, every decision matters. By investing in high-quality storage solutions and prioritizing rice in your emergency pantry, you secure not just a meal, but the very energy you need to keep moving forward. In a world where unpredictability is the only constant, this simple staple is the cornerstone of your survival, a silent guardian standing between you and hunger when everything else falls apart. Second, beans and lentils. In a future where chaos reigns and reliable sources of nutrition vanish overnight, beans and lentils emerge as critical components in your survival arsenal. These humble legumes are more than just food, they are a reservoir of high-quality protein and essential fiber that will sustain you when fresh meat and produce become rare luxuries. In the wake of natural disasters or societal collapse, maintaining a balanced diet is paramount, and beans and lentils deliver the sustenance your body desperately needs. Their long shelf life makes them perfect for long-term storage, but it is not enough to simply stock up. You must be diligent in rotating your supplies to ensure that every can or bag remains viable when you need it most. Failing to rotate your stock can result in hardened beans, their textures compromised and nutrients diminished, a critical error that could cost you dearly in a survival situation. The robust nutritional profile of these legumes not only supports muscle strength and overall health but also contributes to digestive well-being during times when your immune system is under siege. Each bean or lentil carries with it the promise of sustenance and stability, a small but significant bulwark against the uncertainty of a collapsing infrastructure. Imagine facing a crisis without the essential proteins that help maintain your energy levels and immune function. With every measure taken to ensure the freshness and quality of your beans and lentils, you are building a safeguard against the unpredictability of tomorrow. In a world where every morsel counts, this strategic choice reinforces your readiness to endure, adapt, and ultimately overcome the challenges that lie ahead. Third, canned meat. In a time when fresh food is a rarity and the comfort of a regular meal becomes a distant memory, canned meat stands as a beacon of hope and nutritional stability. Picture yourself in a situation where the regular food supply has been disrupted by a catastrophic event, and you find yourself relying solely on stored provisions. Canned meat, whether it is tuna, chicken, or even the infamous Spam, offers a much-needed dose of protein that is essential for maintaining strength and resilience in the face of adversity. The process of canning not only preserves the meat but also locks in nutrients that might otherwise be lost over time, making it one of the most reliable sources of protein in your emergency pantry. However, there is an insider tip that every serious prepper must heed: always opt for brands with the longest expiration dates available. In a survival scenario, every day counts, and having meat that remains safe to eat far into the future can mean the difference between enduring a crisis and facing severe malnutrition. The sealed environment of the can creates a barrier against bacteria and environmental factors that could compromise the food's integrity. Yet, if the sealing process is compromised or if the cans are stored in suboptimal conditions, you risk contamination that could lead to foodborne illnesses. This reality underscores the importance of careful selection and diligent inspection when purchasing your supplies. Visualize a moment when, amidst widespread scarcity, a can of meat becomes your primary source of sustenance, a reminder of how critical these small decisions are. By securing a steady supply of high-quality, long-lasting canned meat, you build a nutritional fortress that fortifies you against the inevitable uncertainties of a collapsing system. Fourth, powdered milk. In the bleak moments when the fabric of our society begins to unravel, ensuring that every family member receives adequate nutrition is paramount. Powdered milk emerges as a vital resource in these desperate times, offering a stable source of calcium and essential vitamins that are crucial for maintaining bone strength and overall health. The absence of fresh milk in an emergency scenario can lead to deficiencies that compromise not only your energy levels but also the well-being of your children and the elderly. Powdered milk provides an accessible solution, a dry, shelf-stable alternative that can last for years if stored under the right conditions. The key to unlocking its full potential lies in proper storage methods, securing it in Mylar bags paired with oxygen absorbers. This technique dramatically extends the shelf life, ensuring that every scoop remains fresh and potent even decades later. Imagine the despair of reaching for a vital nutrient only to find that your supplies have degraded due to improper storage. The thought alone should send shivers down your spine. In times of crisis, every nutrient counts, and powdered milk is not merely a substitute for its liquid counterpart, it is a lifeline that offers hope and resilience. Whether you are preparing for natural disasters, economic collapse, or any unforeseen calamity, powdered milk is a cornerstone of your nutritional defense. By dedicating the time and resources to store it correctly, you invest in a future where your family can continue to thrive despite the chaos that may surround you. It is a small sacrifice today for the promise of strength and stability tomorrow, a promise that could prove invaluable when the world as you know it begins to fade. Fifth, salt and sugar. In the midst of uncertainty and the looming threat of societal breakdown, salt and sugar are more than just culinary ingredients, they are essential survival tools that hold the power to transform your emergency pantry into a reliable storehouse of life-sustaining resources. Salt has long been recognized for its role in food preservation, an ancient technique that can extend the life of perishable goods when refrigeration is no longer an option. Sugar, on the other hand, serves as a crucial source of energy, providing the necessary calories to keep you going during times when food is scarce. The combination of these two elements goes beyond simply enhancing flavor, they are the foundation of many preservation methods that can secure your food supply in the face of imminent disaster. However, there is a cautionary tale to be told here: the importance of proper storage cannot be overstated. Failing to store salt and sugar in airtight containers exposes them to humidity and contaminants, drastically reducing their effectiveness and lifespan. The last thing you want in a crisis is to discover that your carefully gathered supplies have been ruined by something as preventable as moisture. Each granule of salt and each crystal of sugar represents a small but vital investment in your future, a safeguard that will enable you to prepare and preserve food when every resource is stretched to its limit. Picture a time when the ability to preserve food becomes a matter of survival, and your success hinges on the careful management of these unassuming ingredients. By taking the time to secure and store salt and sugar properly, you create a bulwark against the relentless march of decay, a fortress of flavor and sustenance that can help you endure the harshest conditions when the world around you is falling apart. Sixth, cooking oils. When disaster strikes and the world as you know it is thrown into chaos, the ability to prepare nourishing meals becomes a critical factor in your survival. Cooking oils, often overlooked in everyday routines, become an indispensable resource in these dire times. They are not only essential for cooking, providing the necessary calories and nutrients to keep your body functioning, but also play a crucial role in maintaining overall health when access to fresh produce is limited. The selection of the right cooking oil can make a significant difference in your long-term preparedness strategy. Coconut oil, for instance, boasts a longer shelf life and contains medium-chain fatty acids that are more readily metabolized, offering a quick and sustainable energy source during an emergency. Olive oil, on the other hand, is celebrated for its heart-healthy properties, making it an excellent choice if you are concerned about maintaining cardiovascular health during extended periods of hardship. However, regardless of your choice, the importance of proper storage cannot be stressed enough. Exposure to air, light, and fluctuating temperatures can cause oils to deteriorate, leading to rancidity that not only diminishes their nutritional value but could also pose health risks when consumed. Imagine a scenario where your last reserves of oil have turned toxic, undermining your survival efforts at the very moment you need them most. The simple act of sealing your oils in airtight, opaque containers and storing them in a cool, dark place can make the difference between a nourishing meal and a hazardous risk. In a situation where every resource is precious, ensuring the longevity and quality of your cooking oils is a vital step in safeguarding your future. 7th, honey. In a world teetering on the brink of collapse, where uncertainty is the only guarantee, honey emerges as a miraculous provision that defies the conventional constraints of time. Unlike many food items that succumb to decay or degradation, honey is nature's anomaly, capable of lasting indefinitely under the right conditions. This remarkable longevity makes it an invaluable asset in your emergency pantry, a sweet elixir that not only satisfies your cravings but also bolsters your immune system when every defense counts. Beyond its role as a natural sweetener, honey carries potent antibacterial properties that can be life-saving in a crisis. In situations where access to conventional medicine is severely limited, honey can serve as a natural wound disinfectant, offering an alternative solution for treating minor cuts and infections. The secret to harnessing honey's full potential lies in recognizing its dual purpose. It is both a nutritional powerhouse and a medicinal remedy. Its viscous texture and rich flavor belie its capacity to serve as a cornerstone in your survival strategy. However, securing a reliable supply of honey requires diligence. It is crucial to source honey that has been processed and stored under optimal conditions to ensure that its properties remain intact over time. Imagine facing a scenario where every ingredient in your pantry is compromised by spoilage, yet the jar of honey remains pristine, a testament to its timeless nature. In the uncertain landscape of future calamities, honey is not just a luxury, it is a vital lifeline that transforms your food reserves into a multifaceted defense against the relentless tide of crisis. How to stock up before it's too late. In an era where the threat of societal collapse looms larger than ever, taking decisive action to secure your survival cannot be delayed. The window of opportunity to stock up on critical supplies is narrowing by the day, and every moment you hesitate brings you one step closer to being caught unprepared in a world teetering on the edge of chaos. The first step is knowing where to acquire these life-sustaining items without breaking the bank. Bulk stores, local farms, and reputable online suppliers offer a treasure trove of essential goods at prices that allow you to build a substantial stockpile. It is imperative to act quickly and efficiently, scouring these sources for deals on high-quality, long-lasting products that meet the rigorous demands of an emergency pantry. The task does not end at purchase. Proper storage is the linchpin of your entire survival strategy. Every item must be stored in conditions that guarantee its longevity. Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, and airtight containers are not optional accessories but essential tools in your fight against spoilage and decay. Your storage area should be meticulously maintained, cool, dry, and free from the fluctuations that can compromise the integrity of your supplies. The reality is stark: when the system fails and disaster strikes, these foods could be the difference between survival and calamity. Picture a future where the convenience of modern supermarkets is replaced by long, uncertain days of scavenging, where every morsel of food is a precious commodity. Your proactive steps taken today in purchasing and storing these items will serve as a bulwark against the desperate hunger and uncertainty of tomorrow. This is not an invitation to complacency, it is a clarion call to action. The clock is ticking, and the time to prepare is now. By building a comprehensive, well-organized stockpile, you are not merely buying food, you are investing in the security and future of your family in an increasingly unpredictable world.